Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back our divine journey to playthrough. I am just crafting up a whole bunch of Restonium. I think I have 8 of that steaming in our A system, and I was like, okay, let's just do like 24 more. So I'm just doing a big batch. I don't know how many we need. I don't think it's anywhere near. Oh, that's 10. Actually, we need like 26 now that I'm thinking about it, because these are 4 each too. So we'll have a couple left over. But yeah, I'm just going to. It's easier to craft these all up at the. Do them in a big batch. But we are getting so close to applied energistics auto crafting. I can hardly wait. So yeah, I think we have pretty much everything. I do need to craft up the cases. And then obviously these, but everything else, I don't like how they're separate. There we go. Yeah, everything else is pretty easy. So I do need 5 machine casings. And that's about it. How much plastic do we have? Hopefully. Alright, we have plenty of plastic. And then I'm also going to need a chest of some sort for that. We need it to get Iridium. There we go. You can see. Oh, it only comes in the end, apparently. I think that's what that means. Although it does say it's not blacklisted anywhere. I'm like, does that mean it can show up anywhere, but it shows up better in the end? Or is that whitelisted? I don't know. Whitelisted kind of tells me that it only shows up in the end. We are going to need one of these, which, alright, so that needs pink slime. And, well, we don't technically need that, but it makes it gives you a better chance to get what you want. I don't want fossil ore or bone ore, but we're gonna get it. Although none of the quartz ore I'm actually happy with. So alright, I guess let me yeah, finish crafting up this laser drill, and then we'll throw it in. And look at my beautiful, very simple automation. It's always fun when stuff just works. Okay, just grabbing my steaming Restonia stuff. I am just trying to get this stuff back in here. I haven't really figured out how I want to do this, but I think this will. I think this will maybe work. I don't know. Well, that wasn't. I thought that would auto output down. Auto eject on. It doesn't seem to want to do it. What ends if we? Is that? Totally forgot. I don't have flying. Yeah, I don't have no jetpack in this one. That was funny. No jetpack yet, at least. No, that's. Oh, there we go. Still doesn't want to pull out from the. You know what? Not gonna worry about it right now. Don't need it. But that is something we're gonna have to deal with eventually. Alright, so I need to grab that from there. We need to make one of those, and then I think we have, yes. here. I don't know why I put them in there. All right, so there is the 5 that we're gonna need. So laser base, laser drill, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then we have a few extra left over, but there is the laser drill. Boy, that was a journey. Now we're gonna need power. Let's grab. I think we have that in the Aether, don't we? Where is? I think we have the power cell in the Aether. Let me grab the power cell that we have on the miner. I'm actually going to break it down too, I think. I wonder if there'll be mobs in here. Sometimes there's... Nope, no mobs on the platform. Yeah. I think we're going to break down the excavator too. I don't think we need it in here anymore. Alright, let's head to the end. Now, I don't think we actually need to see bedrock, so we don't have to dig down or anything, which is really cool. So we're just gonna place this here. And then place these around it. I think that's facing it, right? Nope. That's... that is the wrong side. There we go. Alright. And then we'll throw this on top. Because I don't have like a... Doesn't auto export, I don't believe. So that there. I just realized, I'm like, that's gonna pull that out, isn't it? Alright, I'll come back with a filter. But we need to power these up, and I guess we'll do like right there, and then I'll just go over. Now this is probably gonna drain a decent amount of power. Alright, so that will fill that up. And we should start getting ores once this fills up. Now the more power you feed them, so annoying. So annoying. The more power you feed it, the faster it goes, I believe. And those things are so annoying. And they fly out of the range of my thing. Also, I believe you could put speed upgrades in them. I haven't looked at the speed upgrades. We should probably claim this as well. Yeah, we're just in the one chunk. I couldn't... I didn't know if I had... Thought we would have gotten a... Or... Do we actually have to? Ooh, do I have it on the... so annoying. Iridium. I might need to reset the min 5, max 68. Maybe that, because we were at 0, weren't we? But Iridium is... Really? Go away. There's no easy way for me to kill him. I just want to see if this is working. This thing is shooting stuff at me. Damn divine RPG mobs. Alright, there we go. We got Iridium ore. Woo! I don't know. What I was trying to look at before I was so rudely interrupted, and I'm being interrupted again. Oh, we have 2 now. Alright, at least 1 I can actually kill. I was trying to see what, like, the if we could see in the end biome what we can get. I actually don't know, but I don't know if it's gonna let me do that. Like, would it be better to put it at like Y level 5 kind of thing? There are a few things at Y level 5, but yeah, I don't know. But we do need. Well, it seems like we're only getting Iridium now, but. Alright, now I'm starting to get annoyed. Just try to get Iridium here. Alright, I'm going to let this run for a little bit, so we can get a few Iridium. Because with this... Oh yeah, look, it even said to get the white lens. We can get an Osmiridium, which will let us get these. But I want to get a little bit before I leave the end. It does seem like this is the only thing we're getting. But I will come back in about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. We'll see what we get. Alright, we are back. Apparently we're only getting Iridium in the end dimension. So we got 44. I think that'll last us for a little bit. I'm going to actually... I was in like a little hidey hole while I was AFKing for a bit. I think we're actually going to turn this off. I think. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I think I'm going to turn it off. Just so we're not wasting power. Until we... Yeah, until we really need the resources from it. But actually, no. I was like, we're gonna need it for Iridium. I was just thinking, I'm like, if I want to use it for like redstone and stuff and iron and all that, but that's not gonna work in that dimension, is it? At least it doesn't look like it. Actually, let me look. Redstone. It's black. See, it's blacklisted in the end. Is like everything blacklisted in the end? Another in the end. Interesting. I'm just kind of curious. I'm like, is that... Interesting. If you put it in a mesa, you have a better chance of gold. I'll have to look at that. But I'm like, are we gonna be? I'm like, we won't be able to get Iridium unless it's in the end. But the end doesn't give anything else. Guess. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with that. Because we're obviously gonna need lots of Iridium. So I'm gonna need a source of it. I also want a source of the other stuff. Does that mean we're gonna have to have 2 laser drills? Yeah, possibly. Maybe we'll have a whole bunch of them. Alright, but there we go. There is our Iridium. And some smelted. I'm assuming it can just do that. I mean, that... I think that was only about maybe 10 minutes or so. We got 40 something. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. All right, I'm not gonna I don't know which one. I don't know which one I want. I'll have to look. See if there is a specific one. Not that they're difficult to craft up. They just use... Oh, actually, they do use pink slime, which is mithril. Although that's not overly complicated now. But, yeah. So this wants us to match the iridium with the osmium. I'm assuming it's a alloy recipe. I haven't even looked. I'm just kind of assuming that's what it is. Yeah, there we go. And we got 2, which is cool. All right, there we go. We got osmiridium. And now... mythology. I think we can just throw it in here. I will get more of the inscribers. I just don't use them like that often. That I usually just do like, oh, let's do 16 at once. We got our redstone in there. We have a whole bunch of silicon in there. Yeah, and then, but we will get this fully automated. Alright, no, I need the whole... I wasn't sure if it was like the circuit or the whole thing. And we get some more. We get some more iridium. I just realized I should have brought back the power saw because I took it from... I took it from over there. No, I didn't. I took it from the other. That's right. So that is kind of like an extra one. Alright, cool. Let me throw this in here. Get that going. Now, we have mythology processors. We can finally get ME interfaces. Alright, so this kind of changes the thing. Although we do need industrial. It's not enhanced, thankfully. But you do need industrial. The other thing I don't think I've actually even looked at are the patterns. What do the patterns look like? Alright, so osmiridium, primal quartz. Those are actually, that's one of the easier... That's like one of the easier expert mod pack recipes for patterns I've seen in a while. The multi-block madness wins on the most complicated patterns. That Greg Tech. That one's pretty easy. Alright, so did I put... Like, what's going on there? Alright, yeah, there we go. There is those. Okay, so we want to get... We want to get an interface, and then we also need the molecular assembler, don't we? This one I haven't looked at. I'm scared. Alright. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Alright. It's really not that... It's not that terrible. Let me get some of this crafted up. And we'll start getting auto-crafting going. Okay, we are back. I have been doing some crafting up. And I also decided, let's just bring the laser drill back to the base. And a little surprised when I started getting iridium here in the overworld, as well as nether quartz and stuff from the nether. So what I think is what I'm getting from the the things, the whitelist is like, that's the only thing that's going to spawn in the end kind of thing. Or if I put it in Extreme Hills, we'll only get emerald. Is I'm kind of guessing. I'm not entirely sure, but guessing from the iridium that we were getting, and only iridium in the end, that maybe that's what that means. But like, yeah, so it says like whitelisted hell, blacklisted none. Does that mean like hell has a certain... There's probably only a couple things that can spawn in hell in the end, and the the other thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna have this running, and hopefully we'll get that. If we also look at the white, see that's like whitelisted, but then blacklisted none. But we are getting it in the overworld. And then yeah, then these have like Erebus and Atom. We'll see if we get these in the overworld, but I don't know. We'll see. I wish I could just see like a list of what spawns, but that is what spawned so far. I just threw a couple things in. I got the yellow one from the quest. I crafted up a red for redstone because we just tear through this redstone with these red alloy ingots, and redstone alloy. But yeah, I just wanted to put that up. Also, if you want the conduit not to pull out the lasers, and tell it not to output on the top. Is that so? I'll just let that run. It's not even. It doesn't even feel like it's using that much power, to be honest. Maybe if we speed it up, there are some speed upgrades, but we'll just let that run while we are doing other stuff. Now the molecular assembler recipe does require 4 of these. I'm not going to go crazy with this yet. I just want to start getting the most basic of recipes going, and then I will use the autocrafting. Oh, I forgot to. We'll use the autocrafting to get us more of those items, basically, is what I was trying to say. So there is that. Now we need the pattern terminal. Did that? Yeah, okay, at least that did that. We need, oh, not the interface terminal, I don't want that one. But it does give an interface. I'm assuming it probably, oh, it requires 2 interfaces. Yeah, we'll get this stuff when we... I also looked at the pattern expansion cards. They also require an ME interface, so it's getting a little bit more expensive as I'm starting to look at different recipes. But blank pattern is what we want. And the pattern terminal, so we can actually code these. So there is the 4x4 and the regular. We'll just do regular. Right, just kidding. We need to craft 2 of these up. So steel and silicon. I'm running low on silicon because I was running low on... No, I don't have enough. I need 12. I only have 2. Alright, I think we have a couple. Yeah, we're running low on Certus, though, which is one of the reasons I wanted to... Right? That's how you get silicon, right? Yeah. That is one of the reasons I wanted to get the miner going, because we should be getting Certus from it. Yeah, charge Certus quartz. I will pick it. I'm actually just going to leave that in there, and then I will figure out what we want to do. I don't know why I just pulled that all out. I need them. All right. So, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that is 6. That's 6 steel per per thing. But we're gonna ramp up our. We're gonna ramp up the. Actually, this is using the white, like our colored glass, but that's actually fine. I wanted to get rid of that stuff. I used it for, I can't remember, a lens and something else, but it just kind of takes up room in the A system. All right, cool. Oh, no. That, man, some of these recipes are something. I'm getting used to them, though. All right, so that, 2 patterns. All right, there we go. Pattern terminal. All right, there we go. And I also need a crafting. Dang it! I did hold it in my hand before I didn't get the quest for it. Dang it! I keep doing that. I hold it, but then I don't actually get the thing for it. I also need this. Alright, so some of these quests definitely give us some helpful items. The crafting units. Go. We are out of the mythology one, so we're going to have to automate that as soon as possible. And then let's see. So that just wants all 4. All right. We'll work towards that slowly. And then we have 1 crafting processor. All right. We don't need that quite yet. So let's just do the very basic one. That. There. So just a 1K for the time being. I believe we can... Actually, I don't know. What happens if we... Usually you can just remove the 1K thing, but like it actually has other stuff. I don't know. I doubt you get it all back. But all right. So and then the glass cables. I think I think it was back somewhere. There was one for like cables. I don't remember where it was. Oh, is it really this far back? Yeah, right here. All right. So 8. It wants that. Now I have been actually farming up wool to get some of these cables. I've actually been breeding up and shearing these. We're gonna have to automate this, obviously, with probably with a rancher. That's what I'm guessing. But in the meantime, I'm just going to periodically go get the wool for the cables that we need. All right, and that will give us some of that. And then dense, we're not going to do yet. But all right, so we got this. Let's actually... That's kind of annoying. I mean, I guess I... Oh, I don't want to do that. Just for the network tool. Actually, I think we could just do it with this, can't we? Yeah, we can. All right, cool. All right, and then... I'm just trying to remember how I did this. All right, so there is that. And I always do the pattern to the right. Otherwise, it's going to completely screw me up. And then I'll probably put interface on top. Fluid to the left. Alright, so there we go. There is our thing. Let's do this. Now, the first one we always do is patterns. And I'm going to have to figure out where we're putting all this stuff. But I think the easiest time being, just like back here. So we'll do molecular assembler interface and crafting. Cool. Put that in there. Ah, there we go. We got autocrafting. All right. Admittedly, we don't have everything in the AA system, but we have autocrafting. Amazing. Next thing we're going to want is probably interfaces. And then I'm going to slowly just start adding everything as we go. Basically anything to craft up AE components. And then we start automating the components to craft up the AE components. And we will go from there. So interface. I am going to have to... I'll probably batch craft a bunch of those. I think I have a few machine frames left. Yeah, okay, not a whole lot, but I have a couple. All right, so lots of things I'm gonna have to get going here. And we're gonna just start automating everything. So I actually have interface on there now. I have blank pattern. We don't need the laser drill. There we go. Molecular assembler. We're good for now. Pattern terminal. All right, cool. So I guess let me start. How do we want to? I guess we're gonna want these things. Oh, I have some right here. I didn't realize they were in my thing. I don't have these. So that. And I'm also gonna have to get lots of cabling so I can reach my machines over here. Boy, it feels good, but it is a bit daunting. You're like, where do I even start with this stuff? All right, as I'm trying to kind of sort out how I want to kind of go about this, I think what I'm actually going to do is just basically start at the bottom of this chain, because we're going to need a whole bunch of these industrial machine chassis. And I'm just going to start making recipes for the things like the thing. Unfortunately, like we only have room for like 7 recipes, and we can't do the crafty thing because it requires an interface, which requires more of these things. But I'm working on towards them. But I'm thinking if we do like don't want it to drag. I actually want to shift click. Yeah, so I'm going to do a recipe for that. We'll put it in there. And then I can be like, all right, I want 16 of these. And then it kind of gives me an idea. I'm like, oh, okay, so I need to craft up 42 of those. That makes it easier. And then eventually we will 42 and a stack. And then eventually, obviously, we will get this fully automated. But just to help with that, whoa, that's pulverizer. All right, you may have noticed something right there. I have been also working on upgrading a few of these machines because we're going to start needing tons of like energized dark ingots, tons of regular dark ingots. What I've actually done, and you probably noticed it right there, is that I have crafted up a tectonic initiator. It's gated, but we are at the point where we can craft it up, and we are getting massive amounts of those basols from our mob farm, which is actually turned off at the moment. But we're getting tons of them. So I figured, like, well, that makes... like, why don't we just craft this up? Now, obviously, we don't have this automated or anything, but I'm going to use this. And the main reason I got it for at this point is for this oil sand that I went down into our tunnels and got about 20 because it gives a chance of obviously the tar that we're going to need, and it gives 4 of that. So I figured, like, we have the resources, why not just use them for that. I don't know if we're going to do that. You know, is pulverizer going to be our main way of processing stuff? I don't know. But for now, I think we're good. All right, so that, and that will be the dark ingots that we need. Also, I have put upgrades on the, just harden upgrades because they're relatively easy now to craft up, and I've put these reflux columns, which now that we have Iridium, we can craft up. Flux crystal is just a pulsating crystal and 8 destabilized redstone ore, so it's pretty easy in there. And the reason I did that is so we could boost our refined fuel that we're getting from this. So basically what I've been doing is just throwing that in there, liquefacted coal, and then that refines it. It's not sped up or anything like that, but it refines that into the naphtha, and then naphtha into refined fuel. So just upping the amounts to make this, I think it's like 100 to 100 instead of 100 to 50 kind of thing. I don't remember the exact amount. And I also threw a auxiliary sleeve in there to help with more tar. Because tar is harder to get than the... I know it's not bitumen or whatever it's called. Which, by the way, it's totally spelled bitumen. But I think it's like bitumen. Alright, so that is that. And then I will work our way up and start getting our... Yeah, I don't have any things in there. I don't particularly want to be like jumping around and doing this because we're actually voiding power and stuff. It's not a good idea to do that, but yeah, I just want to... I'm going to craft up 16 interfaces, I think, and then that will let us kind of really start automating everything. And I think I'm just going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So this needs steel plates and steel rods. Well, let's get plates and rods done. And this, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I actually don't know if there's fluid crafting. Like in Greg Tech, I would just do that with that. But I actually don't know if there is... can you craft with fluids? I actually don't know. Obviously, it's not there, but I'm like, is it in that one? I don't know. That I will have to do a little bit of research. Otherwise, we will just have dedicated fluid transposers for these things that we need. But, alright, so that is what I'm doing. And then I will, like I said, make recipes for, like, the next one. Now, stone burnt, yeah, well, eventually we'll get a recipe for it. But in the meantime, I can just throw a few stacks of stone in the resonator and just batch craft that all at once. So that doesn't need to be like... There's no reason to do an interface specifically for stone burnt when it's so easy to craft up myself at this point. But yeah, that is... feels pretty good. I was also looking to see what crops are locked behind. But yeah, I think we're probably going to... Where is... There it is. Probably hang out here for a little while and just start automating everything now that we've reached it. So it's going to be a while before we start progressing again, I believe. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.